The way of water connects all things.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you missed in Avatar: The Way of Water.
Let's get it done.
For this list, we're looking at questions that were raised in the Avatar sequel, but presumably won't be elaborated on until later down the line. This list contains more than 3 hours worth of spoilers. Which questions do you want to be answered in future Avatar movies? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Why did humans wait so long to return to Pandora? The film opens with a recap of its predecessor, which ended with the Na'vi sending most of the humans packing.
The aliens went back to their dying world. Only a few were chosen to stay.
Over a decade has passed in The Way of Water. During that time, Jake and Neytiri started a family, living together in harmony. And then, everything changed when the Sky People attacked, again.
Protect the people!
It makes sense that the humans would come back. Sure, they lost one battle, but they still have more advanced technology than the Na'vi, who took virtually no measures to prevent their return. But why did the humans wait this long to retaliate? Why not immediately send reinforcements? Did the RDA just forget about the Na'vi and then one day somebody said, "So, you guys want to take another stab at invading Pandora?"
Come on, come to Papa.
Number 9. Can anyone just save their memories and personality on a flash drive? Remember Colonel Miles Quaritch? He's back, in Na'vi form. While Neytiri killed the original Quaritch, Parker Selfridge explains that his memories and personality were uploaded to a thumb drive-like device. They were then transferred to a Na'vi avatar called a recombinant.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Well, it makes more sense than Palpatine's resurrection, but why doesn't the RDA do this with all of the fallen soldiers? In the first film, Jake took his Marine twin brother Tommy's place in the Avatar program.
This is Jake Sully.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know who you are, and I don't need you. I need your brother. You know, the PhD who trained for 3 years for this mission.
He's dead. I know it's a big inconvenience for everyone.
Why didn't anyone think to download Tommy's mind in case something happened to him? It's also revealed that humans are hunting a rare substance that stops the aging process. Do they really need that when you can digitally store someone's memory, though? You've basically cured death already. Number 8. What's happening with the Amatakaya clan?
You cannot lead the people. You must lead them. Sully.
I'm not officer material.
It is decided.
Jake became the leader of the Amatakaya clan, which has found a new home tree. This plot point is elaborated on in the tie-in comic Avatar: The High Ground, which reveals that Jake was against setting up a permanent residence in case the humans return.
And we will show the Sky People that they cannot take whatever they want. And that this is our land.
The humans indeed return in The Way of Water, with Quaritch gunning for the Sullys. Jake thus passes on his leadership duties, fleeing with his family. And that's pretty much the last we see of the Amatakaya. How do they adapt without Jake and Neytiri? Are the Amatakaya still vulnerable to the RDA, or are they no longer a priority? Will the Sullys ever reunite with the Amatakaya? We want to see them team up with the Metkaina clan in the sequel.
Treat them as our brothers and sisters. Teach them our ways.
Calling pop culture superfans everywhere. Do you love to argue with WatchMojo's top 10 ranks? Introducing WatchMojo's first and very own party game. Bring your superpowers to the table and fight for your pick to be at the top of the list. It's all the fun of the comment section, but in real life. Number 7. Is humanity still desperate for unobtainium?
This is why we're here. Unobtainium. Because this little gray rock sells for $20 million a kilo. That's the only reason. It's what pays for the whole party.
In the first movie, humans arrive on Pandora because their world is dying. They seek to drain Pandora of its natural resources, namely a creatively named mineral called unobtainium.
Their damn village happens to be resting on the richest unobtainium deposit within 200 clicks in any direction. I mean, look at all that cheddar.
Now that the Sky People have returned to Pandora, you'd think that mining for more unobtainium would be at the top of their to-do list. Yet this valuable compound doesn't really factor into the plot. The RDA is more invested in helping Quaritch get revenge and tracking down the substance that halts aging, which can be found inside the Tulkun.
It's all over.
Nothing's over while I'm breathing.
Isn't Earth still suffering from an energy crisis, however? Unless they found an alternative to unobtainium, shouldn't that be the priority? Never aging sounds dandy, but what good is that if Earth is no longer inhabitable? Number 6. Are there only jungle and water clans on Pandora? The original Avatar mainly sticks to Pandora's jungles and skies where the Omaticaya clan thrives. This sequel shifts the action to the reefs where water clans like the Metcaina live.
If you want to live here, you have to ride.
Let's do it.
Although they share similarities to the mainland Na'vi, the Metcaina have lighter blue skin, larger eyes, and tails made for water. The movies have touched upon other clans, but we haven't seen much outside of green landscapes and watery wonderlands.
We rode out to the Four Winds, to the horse clans of the plain, to the Ikran people of the Eastern Sea.
Are these the only types of locales where Na'vi reside? It's been said in other media that Pandora also has volcanoes, snow-covered poles, and deserts. With the sequels likely to explore new parts of Pandora, it'd be interesting to see if more Na'vi are out there, and how they differ from clans we've seen already.
Outcasts, that's all they see.
Number 5. Who is Spider's mother? In addition to their Na'vi children, Jake and Neytiri look after Spider, a human raised on Pandora.
It's weird because you're playing someone that considers himself one of the Na'vi people, and even though he clearly is like an alien to the world, but he still very much feels connected to the culture and to the people.
It's established early on that Spider is the son of Quaritch.
This is Papa Dragon. I want this mission high and tight. I want to be home for dinner.
Why didn't Quaritch ever mention he had an infant son? Well, nobody ever said he was a good father. The real question is who was Spider's mother? Although this is glanced over in the film, the comics clarify that his mom is Paz Socorro, an RDA Scorpion pilot who became pregnant on Pandora. Spider is among the first humans born on the moon, but Paz died shortly after during the assault on the Tree of Souls. We know the movie was already 192 minutes, but it would have been nice to see Spider's mom in a flashback. Number 4. Are things going to be awkward between Spider and Neytiri?
You're introduced to the kids, and the story, of course, is about how the family will change.
Although Jake treats Spider like one of his own, Neytiri thinks he belongs with other humans.
This is our home!
This is also given more focus in the comics, with Neytiri trying to distance Spider from her family. During the film's climax, Neytiri threatens to spill Spider's blood unless Quaritch lets her family go. Quaritch relents, and Neytiri frees Spider. But how far would she have gone? Was she bluffing, or would the grief of losing her eldest child Neteyam have compelled Neytiri to take an eye for an eye? The Sullys don't address the Tulkun in the room. Although, if we were Spider, we'd feel even more uncomfortable being around Neytiri now. Does Neytiri care about Spider at all, or would she crush him like, well, a spider?
Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the goblin and took the spider out.
Number 3. What's next for Miles Quaritch? As far as Jake knows, Quaritch sank to a watery grave. Little does he realize that Spider stumbled across his father in the deep. Although he considers leaving him for dead, Spider decides to get Quaritch to safety and sends him on his way.
I'm getting all emotional. Might just give you a big wet kiss.
Spider reunites with the Sullys, but it's bound to eventually come out that he saved Jake's mortal enemy. Having bonded with Spider, could Quaritch have a change of heart and switch sides? Maybe, although it could be the other way around.
So what, you find yourself some local tail and you just completely forget what team you're playing for?
Spider is already on shaky terms with Neytiri, and if she finds out that he saved the man responsible for her firstborn's death, she may drive him away.
You will never be one of the people!
With nowhere else to go, Spider might accept Quaritch as his father. Number 2. What happens if Kiri hooks up to a home tree again?
Dad, I know you think I'm crazy.
Never mind those big rocks.
But I feel her.
Jake and Neytiri's adopted daughter is unique in a few ways. At one point, she hooks up to an underwater home tree where she connects with her late biological mother, Dr. Grace Augustine. She experiences a seizure, however, and nearly dies. Kiri is revived with help from Kate Winslet's Ronell. But if she ever hooks up to a tree again, it could kill her.
I'm with her, Drake. She's real.
Well, that sounds like a pretty important piece of information. Surely it'll tie into the rest of the plot somehow. Actually, that's all we get. Kiri doesn't try plugging into a tree again, and we never learn why she reacted this way before. This is just one of a few plot points that James Cameron seems to be setting up for future sequels.
I hear her heartbeat. She's so close.
So what does her heartbeat sound like?
Mighty.
Number 1. Was James Cameron inspired by Fern Gully 2: The Magical Rescue? Okay, not really, but in the Fern Gully sequel, a bunch of baby animals are kidnapped.
Nugget! My nugget! Oh!
Stupid joke!
My baby!
In the way of water, all of Jake's kids need to be rescued at one point. We're on to you, Cameron. Number 1. Who is Kiri's father?
Look where we are, Grace.
I need to take some samples.
The Omaticaya failed to transfer Grace's consciousness into her Na'vi avatar. However, Grace's brain-dead avatar gave birth to a daughter, Kiri. That's just one reason why Kiri's existence is considered a miracle. It's a mystery to everyone who Kiri's biological father is. Kiri almost gets an answer from Grace while hooked up to the tree, but she's pulled out before we're given any closure.
He's got a date with the chief's daughter.
Oh, come on. That's not a...
Knock it off. It's like kindergarten around here.
It's joked at one point that maybe she's the spawn of Norm, but given her strong connection to Awa, perhaps Kiri has no father. Perhaps her birth was divine intervention. Perhaps Kiri was brought into this world to provide a link between humans and Na'vi. Perhaps she'll go from swimming in water to walking on water. Or maybe it was midichlorians.
The cells have the highest concentration of midichlorians I have seen in a life form. It is possible he was conceived by the midichlorians.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.